this karma yoga. So, karma yoga means a way, a way to perform actions with which I attain the supreme self. Yoga means, yoga has three meanings. The first meaning of yoga is to attain the state of samadhi, to attain the state of super consciousness. So when I attain the state of super consciousness, then I become aware about my real nature. Who am I? Then I know that I am not the body. Then I know I am not the mind. I know then that I am not the intellect or the ego or of this world or the name and form. When I'm in superconscious state, then I become aware that I am truth, I am knowledge, I am infinite, I am the supreme existence, and I am, I am not I am not the body or mind. I am Brahman or Atman or the self. So yoga means attaining the state of supreme consciousness where I know who am I. Okay. Then the second meaning of yoga is union. So union with the self, union with consciousness, because I am already united with the world. I'm already united with the body, with the name, with the form, with my mind, with my ego. I'm already united with them. I think that I'm all this. So when we talk about yoga, yoga doesn't mean that I have to get united with the world or the body because I'm already united with them. So which union is it talking about? It is the union with the self, the consciousness, the truth. So the second meaning of yoga is union with the consciousness, union with the truth. When you become aware that I am the truth, and your entire life changes. Why the entire life changes? Because your perception about you changes, your knowledge about yourself changes, and that brings about the change in your life. The third, uh, the third meaning of yoga is path. Like we know, karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. So here, yoga means a path. Karma yoga means a path by which I attain the state of union with the self through karma. Karma means action, and that is what we are going to speak. Now, what is karma yoga? So, the first principle of karma yoga means is that karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Like everybody has to perform actions. We all have to perform actions. But when we perform actions, what do? We always think what we are going to get in return. Any action that we perform, always we think that what are we going to get in return. So when we see that the return is satisfactory, the return which I am getting is actually you know what I need, then I engage into karma. But if I see that the returns are not as expected, then we don't we don't do that karma. We try to change it. We try to do something better. We try to do something else. So all the actions that we perform is based on the returns of those actions. That means we are always thinking about the return. Now Lord Krishna says that the only authority that you have is to perform karmas. You just have to perform karmas. You cannot think about the results. You cannot, you cannot get attached to the results. And the results does not belong to you. So, karma yoga means always performing karma with sincerity, with honesty, with your full heart, with your full strength, and keep performing actions without expecting anything in return. This is very easy to say, but when you start practicing karma yoga, most of the time you will forget. Why? Because we are all, used to always think about the results of the action, what we are getting, what we are going to get while we engage into action. So one part of our mind is in action, one part of our mind is engaged into the action that we are doing, and the major part of the mind is engaged in thinking what I'm going to get in return. So that means I am not putting 100% into karma. But though I am not putting 100% into karma, I do not, deprive myself of thinking 100% result. But uh, if I don't offer my 100% into a karma, how will I get 100% result? I will never get. And that is why the results that we have after performing actions are always dissatisfactory, unexpected. And, we don't have peace. We always are in a state of anxiety. And this anxiety is not because, we got something less. This anxiety is the result of our, dishonesty. We have not put 100% into the action. What we have this mind as a tool. But while I was, I applied this mind is this tool, I did not apply it 100%. I applied a part of that. And the remaining part of the tool, which is called mind or intellect, I have applied in thinking about what I'm going to get. I invested that part, I invested the tool always in the results. And that is why the results are never satisfactory. So Lord Krishna says the first principle of karma yoga is to not think about what you are going to get in return, but always engage yourself in 100% karma, 100% action. Then ma karma phala hetur bhurma. Now, the thing that we have discussed before, whenever we perform karma, you will see that all the actions are inspired by the results. I get this, then I do it. Like if somebody tells us, please do this for me, or please do this, the first thing that I ask them is what I'm going to get in return. So they say this. If if that satisfies me, I I perform that action. If not, I I negotiate. And if after negotiations I am not satisfied, then I don't perform. So my performance of result depends upon my performance of action depends upon the results, which it should not happen, but it always happens. So without depending on the actions, without depending on that. In another place, Lord Krishna says, "Anashrit anashrit karma phalam karyam karma karotiya sa sannyasi cha yogi na niragni cha akriya." He says that a person who performs action without depending on the results, he just performs this action. That person is a yogi. That person is a real yogi. And that person is a real sannyasi. That person is a real renunciate. He is the one who actually, is unattached from everything, is free. And the people who just wear clothes, a different kind of cloth, they lead a different kind of life, a monk life, or they don't touch fire, or they don't do this work or that work. That is not. that is not monkhood, or that is not being a yogi. The yogi means, or the sannyasi means, one who performs action without getting, you know, without getting uh, like associated with the results, or without depending on the results. So here, Lord Krishna says, ma karma phala hetur bhurma. Your karmas, your actions should never be dependent on the results of those actions. And mate sanga akarmani. So when you know this, that I cannot, judge. I cannot judge the karmas according to the, to the returns. Then some of us might think that if this is what karma yoga is, then I will not perform any karma because it is not possible to me. I will just sit and relax. Lord Krishna says, no, you cannot, you cannot renunciate karmas, you cannot renunciate actions. You always have to do something. You cannot sit idly and decide that I'm not going to do anything. If you do that, you are going to bring destruction to you. You have come to a self-destructive mode if you do not perform any action. So this is karma yoga. That I have to perform karmas without depending on on the result. So this we have to practice. And as we practice this karma yoga, gradually you will see that your karmas are making you happy. Generally, happiness comes after the results. Eh, you know, after we have expected results, then we become happy. But here, the results have not arrived yet. But just by performing these karmas, I am feeling happy. Why? Because as I disassociate myself from the results of the action, then many things happens. When I am not thinking about the results of action, means I have separated myself from the results of action, then automatically I have I have separated myself from the ego. Our problem is ego. Our problem is not any bondage. Our problem is that we are so much attached to our ego, that this ego is the block for the knowledge. The ego is the main block for liberation, is the main block for happiness. Nothing blocks us, nothing changes us, nothing binds us. It is the ego which is the block to every divine quality, every divine, you know, uh, every divineness that we have inside. And even if we try, we cannot get rid of ego because we identify ourselves as that ego. The ego means I am doing this, I do this, I do that. This sense of doership, this sense of doership is the ego. And even if you try, you cannot get rid of this sense of doership. People might say, hey, you are not the doer. You are not the doer. You are an instrument. You listen to that. But while you perform action, you come to that place, when you think that I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So this I am the doer is the ego, which is very, very difficult to get rid of. But while I am performing karma yoga, a simple way of performing karma without thinking about the results. So when I'm doing this, what is happening is I am also getting unattached from the karmas, from the actions that I'm doing. And I am also getting unattached from the doership. Because if I'm not attached to the karmas, then I'm not doing that karma. So when I'm not doing that karma, there is no ego. So slowly I come to a place of egolessness. Egolessness. And thus, as we keep on performing this karma yoga again and again, this karma yoga brings us to the divine. We come to the place where through karma only I can I can realize myself. I can attain the state of self-realization. So this karma yoga was introduced by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita for the first time. And this karma yoga was introduced not for the saints or the sages or the monks. They were introduced for the people who are in the world, living a very, very hectic life, living a very, very hectic life in within this crowd. For them, karma yoga is the best. So, we will study this karma yoga in the fifth chapter. So now, if you have any question, you can ask.
So, Swamiji, when you mentioned that this karma yoga is meant for the mass, the people everywhere, that doesn't mean it includes every kind of work that whatever the people are
Every
doing.
kind of work,
And as
all yes, all the works, like from the morning to the night. You're brushing your teeth, you're making tea, all the work that you're doing. Try to just perform this work without thinking about the result. You know, don't do any work for a purpose. Just perform these actions because they have just arrived to you. Know this as a signal of God.
so
It's
you're
as if
saying if we brush our teeth, if you're saying we are brushing our teeth, we shouldn't have the intention of brushing it to make it clean, no?
if you brush your teeth properly, your teeth will be clean on its own, no? Whether you intend it or not, your teeth will become clean, no?
Okay.
So I am saying this why? Because if you can start this from the very beginning of your day, then you will see that exactly where you have to apply this karma yoga. That's then you will see that this karma yoga becomes very easy for you. You can apply that karma yoga in a best way where you have to apply. That is when you are among many, when you're in the crowd. So while doing it from the very in the morning, while doing it from the very very beginning, if you can just go on doing all the actions, little small actions like karma yoga, you will see that from the very beginning of the day you will start to feel happy, you will start to feel peace, you will start to feel divine, very close to yourself. You will have no distraction in your mind, and all these emotions that comes to us when we come in contact with the world, you will see that these emotions cannot affect us, they cannot disturb us. We are always calm, we are always quiet. Okay. Yes, Nobi.
Maji, thank you for the explanation. I have one question. Um, in the context of working apa ya, working or profession, how can one truly act without attachment to the fruits of actions, especially in working? Um, yeah, in working, because
You're in
when we
school
work
teacher.
in such corporate or some the apa ya, the the company, the environment is so fully ambitions and personal success. How can we apply karma yoga?
You have to apply karma yoga, like I said. You just, when whatever work comes, you do. As far as ambition is concerned, when you are working in a corporate world with an ambition, you're putting your effort. You see that you have a target, and sometimes you fulfill that target, and sometimes you cannot. But if you apply karma yoga, you will see that you will attain many multiple folds bigger than your target. Your efficiency in work will increase like anything. People will be very surprised how you have increased your efficiency. Your mind will be so calm that it will be very, very active. Your intellect will be so focused that it will give the best of you. It will bring the best of you. Your body also. Your body will also, you will feel that your body does not get tired. You have started to feel some renewed energy within you. So all these faculties that is needed to perform karma in a place which is very challenging, you will see that you will be loaded with so much tools that you will become the best in the crowd. So you have to apply this. I have applied this. I have seen that you know when in the beginning it it becomes a little bit difficult. Why? Because most of the time you forget that you have to do it as a karma yoga. But with practice, as it comes to your system, then you see that you attain your goals more than what you have expected. Try it. Try it. Practice it. Okay.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank
Thank you.
you. So I have to go now. So we'll again meet tomorrow at 5:30.
Okay.
That is 7 p.m.
Thank you very
Uh,
much.
in the Indonesian time. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much, Swamiji.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much,
Thank
Swamiji.
you.
Yeah, everyone.